Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Saul Suarez. I'm a major with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Bureau. Let me introduce my team before we get started. To my left, we have Major Earl Dean. He's over our West Patrol Bureau. To his left, we have Chief Mendez. He's with Cypress ISD. Behind him, we have Captain Williams. He's also with Cypress ISD. To his right, we have Lieutenant Bobby Shields. He's with our Violent Crimes Unit. And to my right, we have Captain Wine. He oversees this district. To his right, we have Lieutenant Ben KRIV. He oversees our homicide unit. And then finally, to our right, to the end here, we have Lieutenant Lightfoot. He's also a patrol lieutenant in this area. So at approximately 10:30 a.m. this hours, our deputies responded to a shooting. And the shooting happened across the street from Cypress Lakes High School. Upon their arrival, they determined, fortunately, that a male victim had passed away. The male was confirmed deceased at the scene. This time I want to give out my condolences to the family members who lost a loved one today. At that point, the scene got secure. We detained several witnesses, and we started our investigative process to determine the outcome of the investigation for the homicide. Cypress ISD, and they'll be able to respond to those questions in a little bit. Cypress ISD started their protocol. They locked down the school because it was in close proximity to the school. And at this point, the school is still locked. I do want to thank the community for your patience, for working with us and Cypress ISD to be able to follow their protocols. And some of them have been able to pick up some students at this point. But again, I want to remind the community, everybody else is safe. We have secured the scene, we have the scene contained, and we're starting the investigation. So what we have in the investigation so far is just early stages. We do have a vehicle of interest, which will be a black four-door vehicle. If anybody has any information reference this incident, please contact us at 713-221-6000. Again, that's 713-221-6000. We do also remind the community that we're committed to public safety and to also doing a thorough investigation and holding those accountable for the incident that just occurred today. That's all I got so far. I'll open it up for some questions.
Do you know what led up to the shooting?
At this point, it's really early in the stages. We don't have that information yet. We do have several witnesses detained at the scene. We do have leads based on those interviews. And we also want to interview more persons of interest. Like I said, the people in that dark colored vehicle. Please come forward. We want to talk to you. We want to determine what happened so we can get to the bottom of this. But again, we're still developing on those leads, and we do have leads. But that's all I got so far on that.
Do we know if it's connected to the school? Like, was it a student? Were any of the people involved students?
Yes, we don't have that information yet. We do have persons detained that are from the school, but we don't have that information if it was related to the school at this point.
Any idea on the age of the victim?
Yeah, so we're looking at the age of the victim between 16 and 19 years of age, a teen, unfortunately. And that's what we got so far. We do have several people detained, multiple ages. And again, we want to remind the community, please contact us if you have any information.
But you guys don't know if the victim or any of the people that's detained are students at this high school?
That is correct.
Can you guys kind of talk a little bit about the violence? It seems like it's been a lot of teen violence here lately in Houston and Harris County. What can we do to maybe address this problem, or how can we get into the community to try to talk to these kids that if you do something bad, there is consequences?
Absolutely. And from a public safety standpoint, we do see a lot of crimes similar to this. We do want to remind the community, please, if you have any type of issues, concerns, do not resort to violence. Now, there's other ways to resolve conflict, and we see that multiple times people resort, in this particular case, to a weapon, and it turns into a homicide or to a violent crime situation. So please try to resolve your issues or concerns without violence.
Are you guys hearing anything that this is involved over tennis shoes?
No, sir, we don't have that information at this point. Cannot confirm that.
You don't think this is gun related?
No, sir, cannot confirm that at this point.
And the four people y'all have detained, are they also between, what are their ages?
We have multiple people detained. We do have some teenagers. At this point, cannot confirm or if they're adults, or all teenagers. We do have several people detained at this point.
What happens next in the investigation?
So our deputies, investigators, they're going to conduct a thorough investigation. This involves canvasses the area. They're going to check video cameras, check with the neighbors. They're going to explore our avenues of investigation. They're going to interview witnesses, And at that point, once they develop any type of leads, develop into their cases, we always present all our investigations to the Harris County District Attorney's Office for further evaluation and possibly some charges being filed.
Tell us more about the vehicle. Do y'all think this was a drive-by shooting? Was it a getaway vehicle? What are y'all thinking?
We're thinking that vehicle's involved. Immediately after the incident, it drove away at a high rate of speed. So at this point, all we have is a black, dark-colored vehicle, four-door vehicle. If anybody has any information of that, please reach out to us and help us with this investigation.
And we'd love to hear from the ISD police also. Could y'all tell us a little bit about your protocol? I mean, there were kids out here when this happened, right?
Absolutely. Chief Mendez?
Yep. So yes, there were students that were out and about. So we are in the final week of the semester and we're at finals. And so during finals, students are, through school protocol, some students are allowed to leave early as long as their parents work out the agreements with the campus to allow them to leave. And so while some students were out and about when the incident occurred, we immediately went into secure to keep everyone inside. And so we still have a lot of activity as far as students in the building, and we're helping do a controlled release so that those students go home with their parents.
So everybody is being picked up by their parents?
Well, we're at a normal schedule right now. So we went into secure, we lifted the secure once we knew the scene was safe. And so there's a regular activity that's taking place throughout the school day until dismissal. There were parents here early to pick up their students that were done with finals. And so those parents that were here early, we're working with them to get their children with them to go home.
Got it. And can y'all give us a better idea of like where all of this happened? Did the person run? Do we know where the actual shots were fired or any of that information?
Yes, ma'am. So immediately here to my right is where the incident occurred. As you can see, it's real close proximity to the high school.
So it wasn't actually on campus?
Correct. It was off campus. It was this neighborhood behind us here.
Do you have surveillance video from homes or anything like
Yes,
that?
we're actually canvassing the area. That's where we're hopeful that we're able to get surveillance, not only from the schools, but not only from the neighborhood homes, but also from the schools. As you can see, there is cameras over here on the high school. So I do want to commend Chief Mendez and his team. We have a great collaboration with his team, and we're working together to ensure that we bring public safety back to the community, but also we hold the persons accountable for this crime.
Question for Chief Mendez. We know finals week isn't over. A lot of kids, you live in the Cypress Meadow area, any of these neighborhoods, walking after school. Anything in place for tomorrow for parents who are concerned for their kids who would normally leave their finals early and walk home?
So what'll happen, what typically happens during finals week is we already have high visibility at our campuses. With our partners at the Sheriff's Department, we'll have increased visibility in the area to ensure that the parents understand that their students are safe coming to school and going home at the end of the day. And so tomorrow, if the parents see a higher visibility, that doesn't mean anything else is wrong. It just means that we're here to ensure the students are safe throughout the day, tomorrow and through Thursday. There's no school Friday, so we just have to get through the next 2 days. Any other questions for me? You got it.
Real quick, how many times was the victim shot?
I'm not able to confirm that at this time. We know it's multiple rounds were fired at this point.
Can you tell if there's an exchange between multiple parties, or?
Still early stages. We're not able to determine that at this point. All right. Thank you.